So the Jonsbo HP400s finally arrived. I ordered it from AliExpress and it took a while, but it did get here on time. And first of all, I just had a look at the box and it was really nice. So now it's time to open this bad boy up. So first things first, it is the instruction manual and I believe the screws and bolts and mounting plates. But let's just get to the crust of the Jonsbo HP400s. And yeah, I ordered the white fan, and the first thing I noticed was actually how thin it was, and I thought the spacings on the fins would be actually a little bit I don't know, a little bit less room, but apparently this does just as good as the Noctua L9, which is surprising. But the base looked pretty good and it had a little logo on the side there, which is pretty cool. I had a little peek just to look, and it looks like you get 4 copper fans direct contact which have been flattened. So next was actually measuring it, and it did come in at 39 with the base. So mounting it was pretty straightforward. I had already sort of read online the experiences that people had, but you pretty much just have to mount these AMD mounting brackets and then actually screw it directly into the motherboard on the back there with these screws, and they give you this sort of tool that allows you to tighten it up. The Jonsbo HP400s cooler mounted, and there is, I believe, quite a tight mount on there, and it does look pretty good. I mean, and it is super low profile. So in this build, you only get this small channel to fit cables, so I cable mounted the PCI Express down on this side here. Now just looking at the cooler and the clearance here, you can see that it does fit just below the line, which is super impressive for this cooler, and it actually looks really cool. Overall, I'm super happy, and now it was just figuring out the cables. I've just sort of cable tied everything down into the side as much as possible so I could get that power cable in there, the 24 pin. So the 24 pin sort of snaked around the edge there, and I was quite happy with that. Surprisingly, it was pretty roomy and quite easy to build with, I'm not gonna lie, compared to my previous experiences. But fitting the side panel on, I was quite nervous, but it did actually go on all good, and I was delighted with the fact that I could shut that panel. Next up was the first boot. I was super nervous, but as soon as I hit the power button, the fan started going off, and I believe the CPU fan was actually super loud, so I need to adjust that. And then I was waiting for it to boot, and then suddenly, boom, I got the boot, which was fantastic. Changed it up to the BIOS, and then I just checked all the settings were all there. Everything was working as per usual. Temperatures were all good for idle. And then the CPU fan, I did adjust a little bit, but need to work on that. XMP profile loaded in. This is what the case looks like on the outside. Blown away at how small it is. More tests coming. Stay tuned.